what it really do, DC gang. Welcome back to the channel, my boys, my gangsters. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day out there, gang. So with that being said, before we get into the deck list in the video, just really quickly, one time for the one time, yes sir, shout out to all of you guys, bro. We finally hit that 2,000 mark on the subs. 2,000 subscribers. I know it doesn't seem that crazy, but I've been trying to hit that milestone for a little while now, and you guys got me up there. I've been putting in the work, and you guys been showing the support, and it shows. So I'm extremely grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to my little guy Jacob, my little cousin. He came in here and congratulated me like an hour ago. It was hilarious. I didn't even know he watched the channel like that. So shout out to my boy, man. So with that being said, also I did move my setup. I'm in a different room now. So I don't know if it's echoey. Also, if my green screen looks crazy, it's because I haven't messed with it yet. And my green screen is a piece of green cardboard I got from the 99-cent store, bro. So it's been doing all right. So with that being said, it's a 44 card deck list. Now, I did have to nerf this deck. I had to nerf the deck, bro, because I'm in Master 1, and if you have certain cards, if you do certain things, people automatically scoop, and it wasn't allowing me to get good replays for you guys at all, because people were just scooping. I wasn't playing the game, right? So I had to nerf it. I'm gonna show you a version that you can play if you're under Master 1, so you don't have to worry about the shenanigans that I've been worrying about. But this is how I was running the deck, so I'm gonna show it to you, right? So we're gonna run 3 Effect Veilers. You kind of want to run 3 Effect Veilers in this deck because it's one of the best hand traps, because you might not have back row space. We're still running the 3 Infinite Impermanence mainly for going second shenanigans, but a lot of the time you might not even have the space to put the Infinite Impermanence, the Call by the Grave, or the Cross out in the back row because of the way you do your combo. So we're gonna run 3 Effect Veilers so we could use it from the hand, right? Even though it plays into the triple tactic talent, it's that time. After that, we're gonna run the 3 Maxi for Maxi reasons. Then we're gonna run the Speedroid Terratop. I'm only running this thing because again I had to nerf the deck, so I decided to build it a little differently, right? So we're running 3 Terratops, and you're gonna see why when we get to the extra deck. Then we're gonna run one Speedroid Take Tomborg, which is, you know, it's a part of your little package. We're gonna run 3 Ash Blossoms. No extra benefits. We don't really synchro here. I mean, we do, but we don't use Ash for it. So it's just Ash Blossom. We're gonna run the Bureau, the Primal Bean, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the People's Elbow. We're gonna run 1 copy of it just so we could cross it out, also so we could use it. Anytime I play Maxi, I'm like, you might as well play 1 copy of Nib at least. Then we're gonna run 3 Majespecter Raccoons. This thing is your 1 card combo, which you're gonna see. The first replay that I'm gonna show you is a replay of me just building the board. My opponent legitimately scooped, but you're gonna see the crazy board that you can make with this deck, right? So this is your 1 card combo legitimately. You're gonna see it again in the replay. This thing is also a 1 card combo. It's a different 1 card combo. You mainly want to start off with this thing, but if you have this, then you have full combo as well. Then we're gonna run 1 copy of the Majespecter Fausta Yubel, which you don't need more than 1 copy, and it's the same thing with the Toad. The main purpose for them is to search out your traps. You don't want to open up with your traps. You mainly want to search them, which is why we only play 1 copy of each. Now the Toad is different because the Toad can set the trap. It just won't be activatable the turn you set it, and it can also set spells and they won't be activatable. But they're both really cool, so we play 1 copy of each. Then I'm gonna play 1 copy of the White Winged Magician, and the only reason I'm playing this because I was playing a copy of the Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, is because they're tuners, and that's how we go into our level 8 Synchro Monster, which is a pop a card, bounce a card back, right? But and if you're wondering why I'm not playing this, is because for some reason when I was playing it, it made my deck bad. It started making the deck bricky. I started opening up with it, and I don't know what it was, but when I took it out and changed it for the Winged Magician, the deck was just better. It don't have like a clear explanation for you, bro. That's just what happened. So that's why I play 1 copy of this thing. Nothing special. Also, it's a pen 1, so it allows you to do certain shenanigans. Then we're gonna run 3 Pegasus, the Draco Slayer. This thing is tough. This is the bridge between the Draco Slayer package and your Magister package, because it's considered both cards. It's considered a Draco Slayer and a Majespecter card, so it's really tough. You could basically do your 1 card combo with this thing and any other one of your Majespecter monsters. If you put them in the Pendulum Zone, this thing can pop, search you out the Dynamite Power Load, and then you could special summon this, search out your field spell right here, and then tribute a monster to special summon the raccoon and do your combo like that. So it's really cool. So we run 3 copies of it. You could get away with 1 copy, you could get away with 2 copies if you're on a budget and want to play the deck. Don't worry too much about it. Then we're gonna run the Dynamite Power Load because of what I just told you. It just enables you to do your combo. Also, it's a pen 6, so it's really good. And there it is, Majespecter, Porcupine, Jamarashi. This thing is tough. This is your extender. I really love this card, especially if you started off the combo with the Majespecter win and then you special summon this. If you have a Majespecter on the field, you get to recycle this, just place it back onto the field, which is insane. It's really good. Then we're gonna run 1 Majespecter Unicorn, the boy that got unleashed from the ban list, which is crazy because this thing is powerful, but it's not that crazy. It's just a bounce back. You bounce one of your cards back to the hand, you bounce one of your opponent cards back to the hand, and you special summon it. There's multiple ways. You can special summon it from the hand with the win, you can special summon it from the graveyard with the win, or you can special summon it with your Exceed monster in the extra deck, which you're about to see in a second. Then we're gonna run the Majespecter, which is our field spell. It's gonna give us a 300 attack boost. You can tribute one of your win monsters to special summon a level 4 or lower Magister monster. So this thing, if you open up with it and you normal summon one of your win spellcaster monster, you could basically tribute that monster and special summon your raccoon and do your combo like that. So it's really tough. Now we were supposed to, you could play the Secret Village in here, which doesn't allow your opponent to play spells because all of your monsters are spellcasters, which is insane. And then you could also play Necro Valley, and both of those field spells you could search out with the Majesty Pegasus. This thing searches out your field spell, and then you gotta just basically get rid of a card in order for the search. That's the cost of it, right? So it's really crazy. It's really crazy the fact that you can play both of those spells. Now I'm not playing them again. I had to nerf the deck because anytime I got the Secret Village, as soon as I searched it and got it in my hand, people scooped. And Necro Valley I didn't even try because I know people will scoop too. So it's sad times. So then we're gonna run 1 Majespecter Cyclone, which is a pop-up card on the field if you tribute one of your win spellcaster monsters. We're gonna run 2 Cover the Graves, 1 Crossout Designator, the 3 Majespecter wins because this thing is tough. This thing allows you to dodge Veiler and Infinite Impermanence. Now your opponent cannot target any one of these cards. Your Majespecter cards, they cannot target them except for the Pegasus. They cannot be targeted. But you know what can be targeted is your bridge to your combo, which is your Nue, this thing right here. So it allows you to make plays even if they infinite or Veiler this thing right here. So that's why we play 3 copies of it. Then we're gonna play 1 Majespecter Tornado, tribute 1 win spellcaster monster, target 1 monster your opponent control, banish it, which is tough, and it's permanent. It's not like it's gonna come back or anything like that. I think it's gone. Then we're gonna run 3 Infinite Impermanence for what I told you. Now you could definitely like get rid of Infinite Impermanence since you're playing the 3 Veilers, but it's just this one doesn't play into the triple tactic talent. You want to draw into hand traps to stop your opponent going second because we don't play any going second shenanigans. You could play evenly match and other things like that, but at that point in time it will be up to you. So yeah, and then we're gonna run this thing. It's the craziest card right here, Majespecter Tempest. When a monster would be special summoned, aka Sullen Judgment, this is a Sullen Judgment, or a monster effect is activated, tribute a spellcaster monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it, which is tough. Now I wish it gave you an option whether you chose to destroy the card or not, because a lot of cards, you know, activate their effect from getting destroyed, and it makes it kind of difficult to duel certain decks sometimes. So it is what it is. For the extra deck, we're going to run the Ignixter Prominence. Again, I rarely went into it, but it has really good effects. Pop a card and send a card back to the deck. And I'm running the Totem Bird. I actually really like this thing. This is why these 2 cards right here are the reasons why you play the Terratop package. This thing is a spell and trap negate because evenly claps us, and we can't really do anything to spells. Now, mind you, if you do play the Village, you don't need this at all. If you play the Village, they won't even be able to activate a spell. They won't be able to super poly you or none of that extra shenanigans. So you won't even need this. Again, this is just my little change that I did because I'm playing the deck nerf. Then we're going to play the number 75 Baboosling Gassif Shadow, which is a monster negate. I don't like the fact that we both draw a card by negating the effect, but it is what it is. Then we're gonna run the Divine Arsenal, aka Double Jesus the Boy. We're gonna run 2 Majespecter Draco Ryu, which this thing can special summon any one of your Majespecter cards from the deck. every time you tribute a monster, you could do it twice per turn, which is nuts. You're gonna see how this thing works in the replay. So we play 2 copies of it. You definitely need minimum 2 copies. Don't play with 1. You can't play with 1 actually, but you want to. Then we're gonna run the Electromite because, you know, you can make certain plays. I think in one of the replays I kind of used it. You could play the princess in here and the Umbral Whale as well. If you play the Electromite, that's also a choice, but Electromite is just, you know, we're playing a pendulum deck. Then we're gonna play IP Mascarenita because if you special summon both of these cards, you're not normal summon, you can make IP, and then if you link off into the Nue, this thing right here, if you link off into it, you put it under the IP, and then you get your pendulum cards in the pendulum extra deck zone, and then you bring the other 2 back to the hand. What you can do is, if you have the Magister win, is get it out of here, tribute it, special summon one of your Majespecters, and then you have the 2 link zones open to pendulum summon 2 monsters on the IP, and then that way it enables you to have plays to go into SP Little Knight or a Palooza during your opponent's turn, because you will end up with a lot of bodies on your field. So remember that. Now I don't have a replay where I did it, but you can. I tested it out. Then we're gonna run one Beyond the Pendulum. This thing is tough. I used it in one of the replays as well. I really like it because it enables you to do your Access Code Talker combo better. You get to pop 2 cards if you pendulum summon 2 different level monsters under it, so it's really good. Then we're gonna run the SP Little Knight. For SP Little Knight reasons, we play in the IP, but also, you know, you can make it with any one of your extra deck and any one of your monsters. And then we run the Majespecter Orthos Nue, which is, you know, what gets us to do our main combo. Then we're gonna run one Exceeds the Pendulum. This thing is tough as well. We're gonna run the Appaloosa, like I said, because we can play the IP. And then we play Access Code Talker. That is the whole deck list. Now I'm gonna show you the changes that I would make if I was playing it without being nerfed. Right, gang, so this is how I would personally play it if the deck wasn't nerfed, and the main nerf is the fact that we don't play the Sacred Village. So it's it would be a 40 card deck list. I wouldn't play the Terratops. I would play this thing in the extra deck, which I'm not gonna craft because it's a UR and you don't need it. You probably won't even go into this thing that much. And even this thing, the Paladin, which I was playing it at some point in time before I was playing without the deck being nerfed, but you're rarely ever gonna go into it, honestly speaking. So that is the main change that I would make. Add the Secret Village, make it a 40 card deck list, and just run it like this. So with that being said, enough with the yapping, let's get into the replays. Alright, familia, here we are for replay numero 1 of the day, and this wasn't even a duel. This is just me showcasing you the combo and the board that you can make, because my opponent didn't even want to play through it. But we're gonna normal summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon's effect. You're gonna search out the Porcupine, special summon the Porcupine, use the Porcupine and the Raccoon to link off into the Nue. Nue gets to activate. By the way, the Nue cannot be ashed. It can be Infinite Impermanence and Valor, but it can't be ashed. And that's why we play 3 copies of the Wind, because the Wind can get it out of here to dodge the Valor or Infinite Impermanence. And this thing is tough because it's gonna activate. We get to bring our Pendulum monsters back from the Pendulum extra deck, and we get to put 2 different monsters over there. We're gonna put the Porcupine and the Raccoon in the Pendulum zones right here, so that way we could Pendulum summon 4 monsters onto the field, 2 from the extra Pendulum zone and then the 2 that we had in the hand. So now we're gonna activate Chain Link, like what, 4? Chain Link 4, bro. This one is gonna search you out a field spell, which, let me see, yup, we get to search it out. And again, I'm not playing the village. This is where you would search out the village, which would stop your opponent from activating spells at all. Now I can't play it because everybody screws when I do it. So we're just gonna get the Pegasus. We're gonna get rid of a card. We're gonna send the Cyclone to the graveyard so that we can search out the Wind. So what we did here is search out the field spell with the Pegasus. We're going to search out the Wind with the Crow right here. And then with the Kyubi, the Fox, we're gonna search out the Tempest, and then we're gonna set down the Majespecter Tornado in the back with the Toad. This deck is nuts. So we're gonna basically Exceed Summon into the Majespecter Draco Ryu, and then we're gonna set down our back row and our turn. This is what you're looking at. We basically have a Solemn Judgment, or if any monster negate. We have a special summon of any one of our cards from the deck, any one of our Majespecter cards from the deck. We have a Banisher card on the field. We have Effect Valor, and then we have a Bounce Back to the hand as well. We have a bunch of different plays here. This deck is honestly tough, and if you're playing the village, they can't super poly you, they can't Harpy's Feather Duster you, they can't use their own spells, so Snake Eyes is done, Yubel is done. It's tough. It's tough. So with that being said, let's go into the next and real replay against Snake Eyes. Alright gang, here we are for replay numero 2, number 2 of the day. And in this one we open up with the Terratops. I don't remember exactly what happened, but we're definitely gonna special summon that. Okay, they hit us with an effect veiler. Now I do have the Cove of the Grave. I remember what happened now, and I'm not gonna use the Cove of the Grave. If you're wondering why, it's because I have full combo right here. We haven't normal summon yet. I don't want to deal with a max C or anything like that, so I kept the Cove of the Grave in the hand just in case they had more interruption, like an Ash max C that I needed to worry about more. So I decided to just let it rock, so that way we could normal summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon's effect, get myself the Porcupine to the hand, special summon the Porcupine, use both of these monsters to go into the Nuet, bring it out here, or Thrust, activate his effect. We're gonna bring both of the cards back from the extra Pendulum Zone, put 2 other monsters in there, put the Porcupine and the Raccoon in the Pendulum Zone, and we're gonna use them to Pendulum Summon all 2 of these monsters. So we're gonna get the Kayui, and we're gonna activate the Majespecter Pegasus as well, the Draco Slayer, so that we could search out our field spell. And then with the Kyubi the Fox. Oh yeah, by the way, you could definitely send the Unicorn to the graveyard if you have the wind, because you could special summon it from the graveyard with the wind and activate its effect to bounce 2 cards back. So yeah, here we're gonna activate the Kyubi, and we're gonna search out our Tempest. We're going to activate the Pegasus. We're going to use 2 level 4 monsters to Exceed Summon into our Ryu. Bring it out here. Now we're going to activate the Pegasus. We're going to get rid of the Nuet so we could special summon the Toad. And that's going to trigger our Ryu as well. So Ryu is going to special summon a monster onto the field. We're going to special summon the Crow. And then with the Toad, we're going to activate to set down the Tornado. Now mind you, with the Toad, we could search out another one of our spells. But if you do it like this, doing a chain link, they do miss their timing. So be careful. If you're already in a chain link, do not special summon something that you need to activate its effect, because you will miss the timing. It happens all the time. So with the Toad, we're going to set them the Tornado. We're not going to search anything with the Crow because, again, like I told you, we missed the timing. And then we're going to make another Ryu. Now if you're wondering why we make another Ryu, it's because of the fact that this one only has 1 material, so you could only use its effect once. But if you tribute this one with any one of your effects which you need to tribute, you get to activate both effects because this one has 2 materials. That's it. And as you can see, we don't have enough space to put the Cove by the Grave down there, so it is what it is. So here our opponent is going to start off by normal summoning the Ash, activating the Ash effect. I'm going to Tempest that. And that way we can send the Ryu to the egg. We got basically tribute the Ryu here, negate it and pop it. No vemo. That's gonna trigger our Ryu here, our second copy. So we can special summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon, get myself the Porcupine, special summon the Porcupine. You can only special summon the Porcupine after you search it if you're toggled on. If you're toggled off, you're not gonna be able to do it. You'll be able to do it after your opponent activates something. But if you wanna do it right away, just toggle on it, you can special summon it. Okay, I was wondering why we didn't set a spell. We don't have a spell in the graveyard to set. But if you did have the wind in the graveyard, you could activate the Porcupine to set it, which would be really cool. Now, this card and this card cannot be targeted. So he's going to activate the Sinful Spoil Subversion here. And the only cards that he can target are these 2. So he's going to go for the Ryui here. Send it to the back row, which is fine with us. Now he's going to activate the Avastar, getting rid of the spoils, activate the Avastar's effect. I'm going to activate the Tornado, getting rid of the Raccoon, we're tributing the Raccoon, so we could get rid of the Avastar. Now mind you, I didn't even notice that he sent the original Sinful Spoils to the graveyard, so I could have let this rock. But either way, we're going to banish her. They're going to set down a Wanted. They're going to activate the Sinful Spoils in the graveyard, which I'm guessing this is why he did this, which is kind of smart, but not really. Because then you get a Poplar to the hand, you activate the Poplar, you special summon the Poplar. But before he does anything, I'm going to activate the Wind. The Wind is going to activate to special summon the Kirin onto the field. That thing doesn't have an animation, sad times. And he's going to activate his own copy of the Kirin to pop the Popular. Which I'm like, okay. Activate Poplar's effect, put her in the back row. Now I know you don't have anything. We legitimately saw your whole play. We know this is a Wanted. This is gonna set something in the back row. So what? So we're just gonna send your Fire Kirin back to the hand. Send the Kirin back, send the Porcupine back, because the Porcupine can be special summoned. Put the Poplar in the back row. Now they're gonna activate the Wanted to get themselves another copy of the Avastar. Congratulations, that does nothing. So here we're gonna activate the Wind. Wind's gonna special summon my Nuwe onto the field, which is a Link 2. Use the Link 2 and the other monsters to go into a Link 3. Exceeds the Pendulum. Activate her effect. Activate her second effect as well. So we basically get to bring a Pendulum monster from the Pendulum Zone back to our hand, and then we get to special summon a Pendulum monster from the graveyard. Now we get to Pendulum summon 3 monsters to where the Exceeds is pointing to. And that's more than lethal damage right there. That's 9,800. The deck is kind of nuts. Now mind you, it is a good deck, but it's kind of I mean, I didn't get to get the full experience of it in terms of playing the village, because it does make the deck even stronger. But without the village, the deck is alright, because a lot of the time you basically mainly just have those two. You have 3 disruptions if you don't have hand traps. You have the Sullen Judgment, the Tempest. You have the Tornado, which is a banish, and then you have the Kirin, which is a bounce 2 cards back. You only have those 3 disruptions if you don't have anything else. Now, your cards can't be targeted, which is a plus, but, you know, without the village, the deck significantly drops in power. But let's continue. Alright, familia, here we are for replay numero 3. Number 3 of the day, and we're going second against Centurion. So here they're going to normal summon the Primera, activate the Primera's effect, getting themselves the stand-up Centurion, activating the stand-up so they could stand on business by getting rid of a card, putting the Chudea in the back, activate the Chudea to special summon. So we're going to throw out the Maxi. A lot of the time I usually like to use the Maxi as bait and stuff like that, but we don't have any hand traps whatsoever right now. So they're just going to activate the Chudea, send the Gargoyle to the back, so that way they can special summon it during our turn, or special summon the Chudea itself. So we only got to draw a card off of that. We're going to join to the Cyclone, normal summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon. We're going to search the Kirin. We're going to activate the Porcupine, special summon the Porcupine, use both of these monsters to link off into Beyond the Pendulum. Now mind you, his board doesn't look that crazy, but he did interrupt me a few times. So we're going to go into Beyond the Pendulum, activate Beyond the Pendulum's effect. There it is, Effect Veiler number 1 if I'm not mistaken, because he has another one. Yes, sir. So Effect Veiler number 1, we don't get to search for anything. Luckily for us, we have 4 Pendulum monsters. So we're going to activate the Pegasus. We're going to set the Toad. He's going to activate the Gargoyle. The Gargoyle, of course, is going to special summon itself onto the field as a level 8. With the Toad, we're not going to do anything. We don't get to activate anything right now. So he uses both of these monsters to go into a level 12. And this is the best time for him to do this, because I actually faced this guy twice or maybe 3 times in Master 1 already. I'm guessing there's not a lot of people up here. And I like him because he's been working on this deck with different type of cards. The 3 times that I dueled him, his deck was different. It was Centurion, but it was different. So he's going to special summon the Lagatia. Activate Lagatia's effect, and again, this is the best time to do it because he can pop the Beyond the Pendulum, but he wouldn't be able to pop any one of these, as he activates the Gargoyle's effect as well to bring him back to the hand. Lagatia is going to activate to pop and draw, get it out of here. So now I activate the Pegasus, getting myself the copy of the Dynamite. And then we're going to pop the Frog, get it out of here, activate the Dynamite effect, which allows us to special summon the Pegasus onto the field from the Pendulum Zone, which activates the Draco Slayer, the Pegasus. We're going to get ourselves the Pegasus Field Spell, because they both named Pegasus. And we're going to send the Cyclone to the graveyard. Now I could have activated the Cyclone, tributed something, and popped the Lagatia, but I had a different plan, right? So we're going to activate the Pegasus. We're going to get rid of the Pegasus Draco Slayer, special summon the Crow, activate the Crow, get myself the Wind. We're going to activate the Wind, special summon the Kyuubi from the hand, activate its effect so we can search out the Tempest. And then we're going to use both of these monsters to link off into the Electromite, bring it out here. We get to activate the Electromite effect. There it is, Veiler number 2. Sad times, but not really. And this is why I searched out the Pegasus. I mean the Kirin, my fault. This is why I searched out the Kirin, if you were wondering at the beginning of the game. It's because I needed a Pendulum monster with a way lower Pendulum thing than the other ones. Because this one is 6, this one is 2. We have 2 link zones that are pointing. So we could special summon 2 monsters under this thing right now, which was the plan, as we're going to do it right here, right now. Pendulum summon 2 monsters under the Electromite. 1, the Toad, 2, the Porcupine, which we get multiple benefits of. The Porcupine gets to activate to set the Wind in the back row, which is what I was telling you is nuts. and then the Toad is gonna set the Tornado. So right now, right here, we have extremely good plays. Our board is made, but we have to get rid of the Lagatia, of course. So we're gonna use both of these monsters. Link 2, a regular monster. Link 3, exceeds the pendulum. Bring it out here. We're going to activate the exceeds the pendulum effect, getting ourselves the raccoon to the hand. Activate it so we can special summon the raccoon. Use a Link 3 and a regular monster. Link 4, access code talker. I have to talk to my opponent real quick. Activating this effect, getting the attack boost, and we get to load up 3 times. Bow. Get it out of here. Do it again. Bow, field spell. Oh no, Trudea, get it out of here. Field spell, get it out of here. We clear the whole board. We don't get lethal here, but you know, it is what it is. Now I did took a gamble, technically, right? Because I went from being able to activate 3 effects to being able to activate 1. I have to choose which one to activate now because we only have 1 monster to tribute. As a normal summon an Earthbound Prisoner Groundkeeper, I activate the Tempest. I don't know what the heck this is about. I thought you were playing Centurion, but it's a mix of a bunch of shenanigans. Legitimately, I was like, hey, it's a normal summon, let's pop it. I didn't even read it, which was my fault, because it can't even be popped. But here they're going to activate the Living Fossil to special summon that you're there. They're going to activate you're there, which is negated because the Living Fossil negates it. And he doesn't have any more plays after that. He could probably go into like a SP Little Knight, but you're not using an extra deck monster for it, so you can't banish anything. If you attack into me, you're dead. So it was GG's. Now that was crazy though. I low-key, high-key improvised that whole game. I hadn't even done that climb before, but I was like, let me think and let's do it. I had like 10 seconds after doing all of that. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright gang, here we are for replay numero 4, number 4 of the day, and we're going up against Mannadium. We're gonna normal summon the Kyubi here, and the reason why I started the combo with it is because I have the wind. So I know that I can activate the wind, get this thing out of here, especially summon the raccoon, and start the combo properly. I just wanted to see if they had an Ash or anything to negate any shenanigans, which they don't. We're gonna activate the wind, get the Kyubi out of here, but they do have a max seed. Now, when you play the village, you low-key, high-key, just take the Max Seed challenge because they won't be able to activate spells. You might be alright. But we're going to special summon the Porcupine, we're going to recycle the wind, and we're going to set that our back row. That was my play on the Max Seed. That's what I thought about because I don't want to give him any more cards. We have a Porcupine, we have a wind. So I could special summon the the Kirin from the hand, get the bounce back, and then I could choose which one of these 2 effects I'm going to activate, right? So not too bad of a board in the Max Seed. They're going to activate the Hero Lives, paying 4,000 life points to special summon the Elemental Hero Prisma. And this is Mannadium with a little bit of twist. You know, they're going to basically send a Visa Starfrost, so this thing becomes a Visa Starfrost. So what I'm going to do is Tempest that immediately. Because you have a normal summon, yeah, but you having a Visa Starfrost on the field enables a lot of shenanigans that I'm not trying to see. So stop that right there. We're going to activate the wind and special summon the Kirin onto the field. And if you're wondering why I'm doing that now, it's because that allows me to activate the trap. If I wait, then I have to wait to activate the trap. But if I have my Majespecter monster on the field, then I can activate the trap immediately. That's all it is. Also, we could choose between the banish or the bounce back. One of the 2. So he's going to normal summon the Rich Heart here. He's going to get himself the turret. So I'm going to activate the Unicorn. So we could bounce both of these back because the turret, the little Mannadium ball, is going to special summon itself if you have this on the field. So before you get to do that, I'm going to bounce him back. He's going to activate his other Rim Heart to basically destroy this Rim Heart. So that way he can make his plays. And this is when I activate my Tornado to banish the card. Get him out of here. So we're going to tribute the Kirin. Banish the Rim Heart, get it out of here, which is a plus because now you can't fusion summon with it if you could, right? No vemos. He's going to activate the Triple Tactic Talent. He's going to look at my hand and get rid of my 1 card that I have in the hand. Get it out of here and his face. And that was honestly the best play that he could have made, right? I don't know what he has in the hand, but he has 4 cards that have nothing. I legitimately have to pray to get a 1-card combo. And I probably did that because there it is, the Raccoon to the hand, normal summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon's effect, get myself the Porcupine, special summon the Porcupine. And I'm guessing he didn't have anything. So I'm going to set up the whole board. We could probably OTK here, I'm not going to lie. So if he doesn't have a nib or anything like that, yeah, it was GG's. So with that being said, let's go into the next replay. Sir, here we are for replay numero 5, number 5 of the day. And we're going up against a Centurion again, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to normal summon the Crow, activate the Crow. They're going to hit the Crow with the Ash. And I don't think I called by. No, I didn't call by because, I mean, we could have. Again, I just be saving the call by for any other shenanigans. Once you have full combo, I don't see the purpose of doing that. I mean, we get to extend more. We could probably make the board a little better, but I'd rather just keep the call by the grave just in case as they activate the Ash, right? So we don't get to search out the wind, but we have the Porcupine, so we can special summon it, use both of these nuances to link off into the Nue. As long as you can make the Nue, you're probably fine, right? And there it is, infinite impermanence. Sad times in the kingdom. Now again, this thing is the only one that can be targeted, which makes, I can't lie, it makes the deck a little sucky sometimes. Because it makes the deck sucky because, for example, if you start your combo, you're doing a bunch of shenanigans before you get to this point right here, your opponent legitimately doesn't have to worry or think about what they're gonna do. As soon as this is on the field, that's when the infinite impermanence is gonna prompt. If you legitimately, your opponent doesn't have to know anything about this deck, but infinite impermanence is gonna prompt the minute this thing hits the field. So you just activate it, and you might just win the game off of that. Because right now he managed to stop us. So that is the only sad time. I'm gonna throw the Maxi preemptively. He does have a call by the grave. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it, right? Get it out of here. Which it's the best disruption because I don't have any cards in the graveyard, so so here they're gonna activate the Oath. They're gonna set the Primera in the back, activate the Primera, special summon it from the back, activate its effect to search out the Centurion stand up, and they're gonna go for the battle phase. I don't know exactly why. I mean, getting rid of this and doing your combo makes sense, but I don't understand why you wouldn't just do the whole combo. I didn't search this out, so how would he know that this is what I have in the back? It just doesn't make any sense. But again, he's gonna go to attack, so I'm gonna tribute the Nue to banish his Primera, which they're gonna activate the stand up. We know he can't special summon the Primera again. He's gonna send the Gargoyle to the graveyard, activate Judea, put her in the back and set that Primera, set another card in the back row and end their turn, right? So here we join to another 1-card starter, which I was like, yo, please don't let this be an imperm, because that would be devastating. So we're gonna activate the Crow. He's gonna activate the Primera here, and I know that he only has one play, Lagatia, right? Because he can't make any other level 12. As we're gonna search out the wind, he's gonna activate the Primera, activate the Judea. Judea is gonna special summon itself, turn itself into a level 8, getting themselves an Emeth 5 or 4, whatever it is. That's gonna activate the stand up so they can stand on business and go into the Lagatia, which I expected him to do. And look, right here, this thing pops a card on the field, all of that. We could have basically dodged that with the wind, but I let him look at it. Look, he activates the phase, he's gonna draw one, and he can't pop this. Why? Because our Majespecter cards says right here, when this card is in your monster zone, your opponent cannot target it with card effect. Also, it cannot be destroyed by your opponent card effect. These little things are freaking tough, bro. So we're gonna activate the wind, get the Crow out of here, special summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon, get myself the Porcupine. It's full combo from here. And they know it. That's why they scoop. So with that being said, let's go into the next. Oh, I have 2 more replays for you guys. 2 more replays. The last one I lost, and you're gonna see it was crazy, but I'll show it to you. So with that being said, let's go. Right, gang, here we are for replay number 6. Number 6 of it. Now, I was gonna show you this replay I lost, but it was a crazy dude, and I'm gonna show it to you. I was super salty. And then the other one is I was playing against Yubel. I did win because of Maxi, but he did use my whole field with the Super Poly, which I think is be entertaining to see. So here we're gonna special summon the Terratop, activate its effect, getting ourselves the Taken Tom board. We're gonna special summon it, use both of these to go into the Totem Bird. Now mind you, you would probably want to go into the, where's it at? You might want to go into the number 75, the Gossip, right? Because it's a monster negate, it protects you from Nib, it protects you from Max C, Ash, all of that. But I wanted my spell negate. I was trying to make the full board here. As we normal summon the Crow, activate the Crow, get ourselves the Wind. We're going to activate the Wind, get the Crow out of here, special summon the Raccoon, activate the Raccoon's effect, get myself the Porcupine so we can special summon the Porcupine, use the Porcupine's effect, bring the Wind back onto the field, set it, and then we're going to use both of these monsters to link off into the new wet. The Oath Frost, activate its effect, We're gonna get ourselves both of the cards back to the hand from the extra pendulum zone. We're gonna put 2 of them back, put the porcupine and the raccoon so we can pendulum summon. Bring all 3 of our monsters out here. Yes sir, we're gonna activate the toad, activate the fox, and then we're gonna activate the Pegasus, the Majesty Draco Slayer. That way we could search out our field spell, which again could be the secret village, but I had to nerf the deck. We're gonna send the Infinite Impermanence to the graveyard because we're not gonna have space for it. As we search out the Tempest with the Fox, and we're gonna set down the Tornado with the Toad, activate the Majesty Pegasus. We don't even need to activate its effect. And then we're gonna use our 2 level 4s to Exceed Summon into our Ryui, and look at this thing. This board is cracked. Cracked, bro. You have a trap or spell negate. You basically contribute to Soul and Judgment, which is gonna trigger this thing to special summon your Kirin, which is a bounce back. You could banish a card on the field. We have Effect Veiler, or you could special summon at one of your. You have a lot of disruption. The board is nuts. The board is nuts, bro. Here they're gonna activate the Super Poly. Unfortunately, getting rid of the Evenly Matched, because if he would have activated the Evenly Matched, which is crazy. Look at this guy's hand, right? A Super Poly and Evenly Matched. Now the Evenly Matched wouldn't have went through because we did have a spell and trap negate. So we're gonna use both of our monsters to go into the Moon Dragon of the Swamp. So he basically kind of got rid of 2 of our disruptions right here with the Super Poly. So he activated the Moon Dragon, so of course they're gonna activate the Tempest because this thing targets. And if I bring the Kirin onto the field, that thing targets. So I need to target card, because this is just gonna protect him from being targeted. So we're gonna activate the Tempest so we can negate and destroy it. Because the Tempest doesn't target, it's just Soul and Judgment. Stop that right there. Negate it and pop it. Here they're gonna activate the Reinforcement. Remember, look at this guy's hand. Evenly Matched, Super Poly, Reinforcement of the Army, and watch this. What is that? Stake Your Soul. Are you crazy? You open up with the best starter in your deck. You open up with Super Poly, Evenly Matched, and then you have a Reinforcement of the Army to search out your 1-card combo as well. What am I playing against, bro? He gets the Raisin. He's gonna special summon the what's that thing called again? He's gonna special summon the J-Long, then he's gonna normal summon the Raisin, alright, right? So here I'm gonna Effect Veiler the Raisin, and Brother Man has a Call by the Grave. Who built your deck? Who gave you this hand? Because it might have been God himself, bro. Look at this. I'm probably going crazy, bro. But Evenly Matched, Super Poly, Reinforcement of the Army, Stake Your Soul, and Call by the Grave. And yo, watch when you see what this card is. So he's gonna Call by the Grave my Effect Veiler. So now I'm forced to activate my Tornado here, getting rid of the Fox, and I'm gonna banish the J-Long before he activates the J-Long effect, because I'm assuming he's gonna search something out that's gonna allow him to activate the J-Long, right? So the Veiler is gone, get it out of here. J-Long is gone, get her out of here. And now he's gonna search out the Vanquish Soul Caesar, activate the Caesar's effect, bring the fire back to the hand, special summon the Caesar. With the Caesar, he's gonna slam it for the 3000 and the turn. And then he's gonna link off the Caesar into the Rock of the Vanquisher, bring it out here. Rock of the Vanquisher gonna activate, bring the Caesar back to the hand. Now mind you, he didn't draw anything or search out anything here, right? You saw his hand and all of that, right? Now here I was thinking, okay, we could activate the Wind. We could basically special summon either this, the Toad, the Pegasus, any one of these 3 monsters. We could special summon them, tribute them with the Majesty's Pegasus, and we could basically special summon the Raccoon and do a whole combo from there. Now I already knew that he might be able to interrupt me because of the cards that he has in his hand. He could special summon the Rising and do stuff. So I was coming up with an elaborate plan in my head about what I was gonna do. Join to Infinite Impermanence, activate the Winds, and there it is. Get the fuck. Yo, bro, I was so tight. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't even finish eating my Rasta pasta. And I was salty, bro. It was like I was in the salty platoon at this point in time, because I scooped. And yeah, I was being a little bitch, baby, because I probably could have done something here. But I was like, bro, you were meant to win. This was your duel. I'm sorry for playing your game. Because there's no way that was your hand. Your hand was built to just... Let me shut up, bro. Because I'm still tight about it. I'm still tight about it. Because the thing is, even if I do play under Max C, again, I don't play the Village. And then 2, this deck doesn't even play spells. It's Vanquish Soul. And then on top of that, every time you draw into something, it's a potential disruption with your own cards. Like the Berg could activate, burn me, or draw a card. If he activates into he gets the Mad Love, that's bounce a card back. Like, I'm not gonna go through that, bro. After that hand, nah, I'm good. Let's continue. All right, my boys, here we are for the last replay of the day. Now, if you guys hear sirens and things like that, I moved my setup, and I'm legitimately next to the main street, and there's police and I live in the Bronx, bro. There's police and sirens all over the place. So we're gonna special summon the Terratop, activate the Terratop, special summon the Takenborg. He's gonna hit me with the Maxi. So I normal summon the Crow, get myself the Majespecter win, set the win and end the turn. Now we did 100% win this game because of Maxi. I don't really like showing you guys Maxi replays, but this dude was kind of crazy, right? So basically the only interruption I have right now is Majespecter win, get rid of a spellcaster win monster, special summon the Kirin, and bounce a card back. That's all I have, because I didn't have any more plays. So here we're going to activate our own Maxi, and he decided to play Underway. He's going to normal summon the Dark Beckoning Beast. I'm going to activate the Porcupine, which you could always activate during your opponent's turn. Special summon him, which just gives me an extra body that I can tribute with the wind if I choose it to. They're going to get themselves on the Rock Lead, the Gates, activate them things, getting themselves the Chaos Summoning Beast. You know, they're going to normal summon the D-Lotus, extra normal summoning because of Dark Beckoning Beast. And here I activated the wind, got rid of the Crow, and special summoned the Unicorn. And I basically did this to, you know, like, kind of show him, like, I have an interruption, bro. Don't try and play yourself. So he's going to activate the D-Lotus here, special summon the Spirit of Yubel, activate the Spirit of Yubel, set down the Pain, because he's going to inflict the emotional damage. I'm already emotional distressed, bro. Pop the Spirit of Yubel, get into the Squirmer, activate the Spirit, special summon the OG Yubel, activate the Squirmer, special summon and pop the OG Yubel, activate the OG Yubel, special summon the Incarnate back onto the field, use both of these monsters, send them back, fusion summon into the Phantom of Yubel, use both of these monsters, link off into the Muckraker from the Underworld, bring her out here, activate the Squirmer, gonna special summon the Spirit of Yubel back onto the field, activate the Shayama's gonna pop the Spirit of Yubel. That way he could get himself, well, activate the Spirit of Yubel, special summon the OG Yubel from the deck, and we have the Ash Blossom. Now, mind you, even though I have technically the little disruption that I have, it was my knowledge of Yubel that allowed me to win this game, right? Because if I didn't know how Yubel worked, even though, yes, I do have this, some other people would have probably scooped or maybe used the nib at the wrong time, but I had to think about things, right? So here we're going to stop him from special summoning the OG Yubel back onto the field. And I think, no, here he activates the opening of the gates, which is why I hadn't activated the Kirin at all whatsoever yet. If you were wondering why I didn't just activate this, you know, force out the Phantom of Yubel and then nib, because he hadn't activated this. And if he hasn't activated this and I nib, that means he could special summon one of these things back onto the field, and that means he still has the pain. He could make another Phantom of Yubel, and then he's gonna slap into my Nibiru for 6,000 damage. So I had to be patient with this right here. Now that he activates it, it's time. I activate the Kirin, I'm gonna bounce back the Phantom of Yubel, and I was thinking about it. Because I was like, what if I choose any one of these two and force it out that way? Because then if I, you know, it seems obvious that I'm trying to get this thing out of here because I have nib. But he doesn't know that I have nib, because this whole game, both of these cards are quick effect, and they kept prompting before I even got the nib. Or before he special summoned 5 times, right? So get rid of the Phantom of Yubel to activate its effect. That way he can negate the Kirin here, which is gonna turn into pop the Spirit of Yubel, special summon the OG Yubel, and here he threatened me with the battle damage, right? Which he would have been able to inflict. That's 2,000, 2,000, 6,000, and probably attack into this thing for a little bit of damage as well. I don't think that's lethal. Yeah, that's not lethal. It would have left me with like 400 life points, basically. So here I'm gonna throw out the nib. He activates the Super Poly, and look at the whole field, bro. That thing is crazy. I think he knew it was over, though. I think he that's crazy. I love you, bro. I'm sorry. I lose to it and stuff like that, but the deck is tough. Again, Nibiru, get it out of here. Get the Defender out of here. You get a 0 attack token. You activate the Shavara to set what in the back row. It's over, bro. It's GG's. And again, I did win because of Max C, but I gotta give myself a little bit of props. It's my knowledge of Yubel that also helped me to be able to know when to nib, when to force out the Phantom of Yubel. So with that being said, let's go back to the deck. Right, familia, here we are back at the decklist portion of the video. Like I said, this is the NERF version. I showed you just, the only difference is legitimate. You get rid of this and you put the village. That's all it is. Hold on. You just put the village in there. That is the whole thing. And then if you, again, get rid of any other shenanigans, maybe one of the imperms, and you can make it a 40 card deck list. The deck is extremely consistent. The only downside to it is, again, like I said, it's really easy to know when to stop the deck. You just have to stop this thing. It's basically the only thing that you can stop, so you might as well just stop it. Well, with Infinite Impermanence and Valor. Ash, you could Ash any one of these things. It'll work. Which ironically, you can't Ash this thing. But again, I was playing the NERF version, which doesn't have the Sacred Village. You could also play Necro Valley in this deck. And it's insane, because your opponent can't Super Poly you. They can't Harpy Feather Dust to you. Snake Eyes can't activate the Spoils. Yubel can't activate the Throne. Branded can't activate Branded Fusion. You're basically clapping every deck in this game by just having this thing on the field, and all of your monsters are spellcasters, which is insane. And even if Snake Eyes special summons the Diablo, yeah, Tempest that thing immediately. It's over. What are you gonna do? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the boy, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Continue having a great day, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.